Main topic. This company, and NASA. Yes, that's the hype topic of today. First thing I always do whenever I'm about to build something is I visually break it down. So let's do that. Okay, so we have a basic nav bar. We're not going to get into making this custom hamburger menu. We're just going to do this simple nav bar at the top. Ooh, and yeah, I'll show you how to, let's see here. If we have time, I'll show you how to do this hover effect. See here. Yeah, I think it's possible. Cool. Nigeria, Dolo, welcome. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. Junio Caesar from Brazil, welcome. All right, so as you scroll down, we have, this is a full height hero row with text right here. And I'm guessing this text is inside of a container. Let me just double check. It's what width are they using? Wrapper. They're using a width of 100%. Okay, that makes sense. But the content. Hold on, let me dock this to the bottom. Okay, this content right here. It's okay, there we go. I see it. Section inner, and max width is 1400. But it looks like there's some padding or something. No? Okay, cool. So we're gonna go with a container, max width 1400 pixels. Got it. Okay, so as we scroll down, so we have a section and then a container of 1400 pixels wide, max width, and then this thing right here is just a link to another page. Ooh, that hover effect is nice. If I have time, I'll show you how to do that. Go down here. So this is a background looping video. Did I upload that yet? Didn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Background looping video with a play button. And so this is cool. So this is not a modal. This is custom made. And so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Some sort of interaction where it swoops in and it shows this video and then it plays it. It autoplays. So I'm thinking this autoplay needs some sort of custom code. And again, I'm just gonna do the basics first, and we'll try to do all the more advanced stuff later if I have time. Because I don't want to miss this launch. Even if we have to scrub it, again, I don't want to miss this launch. All right. And then we have another full height. Everything's full height. Each row is full height. Okay. And so the text is on this side. Watch replay. Okay, so that also has a video. Okay, so we need 2 of those. Read more. Cool. So this is just a 2-column grid. And then cool. And then there you go. Cool. Yeah, okay. Simple enough. Ranjan, I heard that you have a question. Please, at 11:30, please post your Loom video, and then I'll answer your question. If it's simple enough to answer during the stream. But yeah, make a Loom video, loom.com, of your question, and make sure to put your voice on it so I can completely understand what you're asking. But yeah, let's get into the build. Right, so what I've done behind the scenes... Oh, did I already upload the video? No, I haven't. Okay, let me upload the video real quick. Hold on. Dang, that transition is so smooth. Oh my gosh. Background video. And I think I've downloaded. Is that it? Okay, yeah. Okay, it's transcoding now. So what I've done in the background before the stream was I've copied the HTML code for the logo. So this is the HTML code for the logo, SpaceX logo. I found I copy and pasted the YouTube video URL. And what is this? Is that the play? Oh, this is the close. This is the X. So I don't know if I really need this to close the video. That's the X. And then I'm uploading. There we go. I've uploaded the background video of the Crew Dragon. Yeah. Cool. Another thing I did before the stream was download and re-upload all of the images. So one thing that SpaceX website is using is WebP. So it's a web performance or something like that. So it's images compressed in a different way. So it's like very, very small. But Webflow doesn't accept WebP yet. Don't know why. So I had to convert them to JPEG. And the easiest way to do that, I went to easygif.com. And I just uploaded them there and then re-downloaded and converted them and re-downloaded them as JPEGs. All right, with all that being said, let me actually put all these elements on another page. So let me group them all in one div block. I'm doing Command X to cut, new page. I'll just call it stuff. Paste them in there. So all my stuff is in here. So I can refer back to this and pull them out when I need it. Going back to the home page. Here we go. Navbar, super simple, and it's in a 1440 container. Let's get at it. Wait, hold on. One more thing. Okay, so the Navbar. Oh, okay. So the Navbar is, yeah, the Navbar goes away. Okay. Oh, there's a black background to it too. Wait. Oh, the black backbar, or the black background bar. The black background bar goes away. Okay. So this is okay. I know how to do this, but those little things, they get you. All right. So let's start with the easy stuff. A fixed nav bar. Let's go here to Navbar component, and you can't see it because my video's on top, but there we go. I dragged it in. And another way to do this, again, is Command E for the find anything, the quick find bar, and you can just type in nav or just nav. There you go, and you get it. Okay. All right. Now what I usually do with Navbar is I get rid of the old container. This is a container that has a pre-styled width of 960 or 940 and have margin auto on both sides. So let's get rid of that by dragging in a new div block, and we'll put in all of the other things inside of that new div block and say goodbye to the container. This div block, we're going to call this container, and a max width of 1400. Margin center, and there we go. So I don't see the 1400 being affecting this because this screen is smaller than 1400, and you can see that right there. It says 1325. So I can actually scale this down to like 80, and there we go. This is what it actually does. I have some margin on both sides because the max width is 1400. But let's get back to 100%. There we go. Okay. And yeah, if you have questions, let me know in the live chat. Surikis, hi. What do you think of Microsoft Power Apps? I don't know what those are. John, welcome back. All right, so we're there, and we need to put the SpaceX logo. So that's a SVG that's coded. It's not an actual, it is an image, but it's a coded SVG. So I've already copied that as a HTML embed. So I'm going to copy this, go to home, and paste it in here. And let me see here. Maybe I have to set this to a certain width. Try 150. Yep, there it is. All right. So, cool. Yeah. So let me know if you want me to zoom in on anything. So I set that HTML embed 150, but I'm going to call this logo. All right. Now we can see here. This container, I want to make sure that everyone is vertically centered. And so we're going to set this to flex, horizontal, center. There we go. All right. And I want some padding. So let's go ahead and add some padding to the nav bar on the sides. 20. All right, cool. All right, and now it looks like how big is this? Hold on. Okay, 210, found it. So I can just say logo is 210. And then how far away are these guys? Navigation. Wait. Dear SpaceX, why would you use position absolute for something simple? Why would... Okay, that's not my style. But... okay. My style is just taking the nav menu and then pushing it away using margin. I'm just gonna guesstimate right now. We'll see. 64 sounds like a good number. Right. And let's see here. Everything... Oh, I need to change the font too. So everything needs to be... what is this? Is... Okay, 14. 28. I'm going to say 14. Din Pro, I think that's a paid-for font, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use Open Sans. So, you take a nav link, and okay, we're still at 14, but everything is going to be all capitalized. If you don't notice, but there's a lot of type options. So if you open this up, this is where you get capitalized. Just set it to all caps. Go. I want to make sure that this is white. And here's a cool way to set all the fonts. So instead of setting the font for each style, you can set the font at the body level. So I'm going to click on two selectors, body all pages. I'm going to go down to my typography and change this. Open Sans. Then I'm going to click the back. There we go. Now this is Open Sans. And everything else is Open Sans, actually. Yeah. And I want to make this smaller. It seems too big. Let's do 12. And what I like to do for height, I learned this from our brand designer, our lead brand designer, Brian. He likes to put like 1.3 dash. I don't know what it does, but there you go. Question from Simon. Would you rather use container with max width 1250 or 1400? I think 1400 is too big. I guess it depends on your users, on your demographic, on your users' analytics. So if you go into Google Analytics, Mixpanel, or something like that, you can see how much percentage of your users are using some sort of, what size their browsers are. Right? So if most of the people that are coming to your site have a small browser window, then go smaller on the width. If they have a large one, go larger. I think SpaceX has a lot of corporate contracts, and so those corporations probably have big screens, and so maybe that's why they chose 1400. Base it on data. All right, so we good here. All right, so let's do nav. Oops. This has a same class name, nav link, right? And so what are the names? We have Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, Dragon. So Falcon 9. Oh, there we go. Falcon Heavy, Dragon. So I just copy pasted a bunch of links. Starship, human space flight. Starship, human space flight, and rideshare. Cool. All right, I think we got it. And let's go ahead. I think we're good there. Oh, now padding on each one is super big. 10. Oh, 11. All right, we'll go 10. And then we need to do... I did it again. We need to do, oh yeah, background color of the nav bar. So we take this nav bar and we say, thank you, Webflow, for the default color, but we don't need it. So transparent. And now look, we're done. It looks like we did nothing. No, just kidding. Because we're on a white background and all the elements in here have a fill color or a text color of white. Oh, thank you so much. Someone bought me coffee. So since everything is white, yeah, we don't see anything. Let me check this out. John, thank you so much. You didn't have to, but thank you so much. Thank you for continuous efforts to teach people how to make the web beautiful without code. That's what I do. What I love to do. All right, so let's go ahead and put in our first section. We always call it a hero section, so I'm going to drag a section here. And it always does that. Let me put the section there. And oh wait, the nav bar, it needs to be fixed. That's why it's on we need this on top of the section. So we're gonna go back to our nav bar, position, fixed, top. And we'll make sure that this is on top of everything, so we can just give this a z-index of a bunch of 9s. Section right here. We're gonna call it we'll just call this section, because all the other sections have the same height, which is a minimum height of 100 VH, meaning viewport height, right? So, and we're gonna call this one hero because it has the background video or background image of oh my god, I forgot their names. Bob and Doug. Yes, Bob and Doug Hurley. They're not married. So Bob Hurley. No. I forgot their name. Just Bob and Doug. All right. So no tile to make sure it doesn't repeat. There we go. Now in the section, I'm going to drag in another div block. And this div block is going to have a class container. That way I have all my repeating styles. And hold on, this needs to be at the bottom right. So how do we do that? Needs to be in the bottom right. How do we do that? I think it's with the section. Hold on, let me figure it out. Section needs to be flex bottom. Oh no, nope. Go back. Think. Take this container. Let me just call it flex. It's already flex. Let me duplicate this and call this section container. Let's try this out. Hold on. Is all the text on the bottom? So that one's on the bottom, bottom, and that's on the center. That's on the center. So maybe we call this class, this section class, section. Astronauts Bob Benkin and Doug Hurley. Thank you so much, Colleen. Yes, I'm hyped for SpaceX too. I mean, I could. Should I wear my bicycle jersey too? Oh, where'd it go? Yeah. That's so cool. When I become a fan, I'm a fan. Alright, so we need to put this stuff on the bottom. So I'm guessing. Let me try this out. This one flex to the bottom. Okay, so we have that one flexing to the bottom and to the right. But then this, wait, no. I think I got it. Hold on. One of those things, it's like, and put some text in here. Once I figure it out, I'll let you all know. So let's just put another div. Okay, we're there. We put a heading, And besides the heading, what else do we have? We have a button. Heading, button. You're lost, I'm sorry, hold on. Elson's figuring it out. Content right. No, it's not content right, it's content left. Don't need to do that. We don't need that. Section container. Okay. But then the section container needs, that's the 1440. Go down 80 real quick. Okay. This div block, we're gonna call this section content. And we'll just push this away. I don't want it too close to the bottom or the corner. All right. See? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What did I do? I don't know, but I'll see if I can explain it. Okay. So, we'll start here with the section. So, like I did, I set the section to a minimum of 100 VH. So this takes up the whole thing, the whole height of the screen. Width is auto, so naturally it takes up the whole width of the screen. And then I set this hero, actually let's call this content right. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Okay, so this doesn't matter, huh? Content wrapper. Alright, let's begin again. So, min height 100 VH, and then I set this section to have a display flex, and for its child elements, which I'll only have one child element of this section, I want to push it to the bottom because I don't want to use position absolute because it's such a old school way to do stuff. Using flex is a new way to do it since I'm only affecting one element. I don't need to use grid because grid is good for multiple elements, but flex is good for like one or two. So the direction doesn't matter to me, but the alignment, I want it at the bottom. And the justify, it doesn't matter. I can set it to center. Actually, it does matter. So I want to set it to center. All right. And then what I did was add a div, and I called it section container. So this is that 1400 max width, okay, and it has a margin auto on both sides. And this also and so I also want it to grow because the parent flex, when you do this right here, when you set it to center, it'll shrink the width of all of the elements so it can be as small as possible in the center. If you do left, it does the same thing. It shrinks it all to the left, or to the right, it shrinks it all to the right. Okay? And the section container right here, I set it to grow. So everything is squished from its parent, but then as a child it says, no, I want to grow if possible. So it grows, but it stops growing up until 1400 pixels, right? And then I'm going to set itself to display flex again and set the alignment to the bottom because I want any child element to be at the bottom, and also I want to justify it to the right. And there we go. Then that thing is holding the actual content. And so all I did with this was add a margin of 40 on the right and margin bottom 80. Okay, let me call this margin content right, because I'm gonna have stuff on the left as well. So we're gonna call this right. We're gonna make another one called left. And Ranjan says, Nelson, what if you use two divs into one div, which is flex horizontal center, then you get the heading exactly where you want. Not sure what you mean. Need an example. All right, so moving on. Copy and paste this. Awesome. Not awesome. So this content needs a max width. And the max width for this one is, I'm guessing, I'm not guessing, I'm looking for it, 520. Cool. And then let's go ahead and remove, I like to remove the default stuff. So whenever you put a heading, it comes with 20 margin at the top and 10 at the bottom. You can remove that by clicking inside and not giving a class name, but clicking on HTML tag. And so all H1s, you can customize it. Do that. Then go. What I want. All right, this button text right here, it should say watch demo to launch, which we are right now. So watch demo to launch. And let's style this button. So this button has no background, but it does have a border, which I'm guessing it's 2. So let's go ahead and make that border here. This border is, this border is 2 on the width, color white, right? And it's a bigger button, so let's go ahead and make that font size, I'm just guessing, say 18. Make it all caps. Let's play around with line height, 1.3 dash. Wait, oops. How am I doing it? There we go. 18, 1.3 dash. And the padding, let's play around with the padding, make it bigger. Say 16, I'm just guessing, 24, and let's move this away. Say this one be 40. That's too far. Oh no, okay, 40. Actually, we'll make this 60. And this one, this heading 1, we'll just say it's 0. Okay, cool. I think this is bigger. Yeah, it's way bigger. What is this? 26? Oh, wait. It's already big. Oh, it's because of scale. There we go. Cool! Hero row. Done. Easy peasy. Pumpkin squeezy. Actually, how come this doesn't seem vertically aligned? We'll do that. Okay, cool. That is done. Next section. Moving right along. Scrolling down. Alright, the background video with this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go to my stuff that I uploaded already, get my background, bring it over to home, click on body, and paste. And we have my background. And we can give this the same class names. We'll give this section, so it's the whole height. Oh man, that's compressed. Oh, that's more apparent. That's more apparent now that the stream's at 1080p. Speaking of which, how's the stream doing? No lag, no drop frames. Oh, so happy. So happy. We need a section container, so let's go ahead and div section container. One div first. Ranjan is saying one div first. Set it to horizontal, flex horizontal. Okay. And then add 2 more divs into this div and make it stretch and flex center. I'm not sure what you mean. We're gonna keep going. Thanks for trying. Thanks for helping, though. For helping. Okay, so we have that. So this section. Okay, so this has section content wrapper. So let's add that. There we go. Oh, but we don't need this. We duplicate this. We don't need the background image. Maybe we should call this one right here background. Call this. Just call this hero. And then this one right here. Call this row 2. That way we don't get this background. Delete that background image. We don't need it. Right? Cool. We have our section container. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this. Go. Moving right along. Okay, we have an extra. No, come back. We have an extra piece of text on top. Right. Put an extra text. Let's just use a heading and say H4 is smaller. There we go. This one says animation, right? Yeah. Animation. And for H4, set it to not bold, normal, push it down a bit, 14.3. Go and let's zero out the margin at the top. We'll keep the 10 margin at the bottom. Looking good. This is pretty big. Maybe all of them should be. Wait, they're just 38? Oh yeah, let's make it bigger. Yeah. This should be a little bit big too. Cool. Yeah, I like it. Whoa, that's huge. Maybe H1 should be smaller then. $48. Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. We're good? We're good. All right, we'll do the video later. We're doing all the basics right now. So that's cool. We're done with that. Now we go into the opposite side. So let's go ahead and just copy this first section, paste it. And there we go. And instead of hero, we're going to duplicate class and call this row. Nope, not row 2. And call this row 3. And we're going to delete the background. Actually, no. Sorry. We're going to click on the image, choose image, and choose the next one, which is the beautiful Falcon 9. Seriously, SpaceX has great photography. It makes websites look so good. When you see websites and you're like, man, this website looks so good, look beyond the layout first and realize you're looking at great photography first. Most websites that look good, it's because of the photography. It's not because of the layout. You can have a basic layout like SpaceX has, but because they have great photography, it makes it stand out so much more. All right, so we have Starlink. Oh, we need to go on the left side. So let's go to the left side. Section container. Here. So let's. Okay, so we need to make some copies. So section container. I can use a combo class, or I can make a duplicate class. I'll use combo right here. So we'll call this left. Boom. Cool. And then this section content, let's duplicate class and call it left. That way I can delete that 40 and add this 40 on the margin left. Paste in my content. Grab this H4, paste it in here, drag it above that. Go. This is launch. Launch. There we go. And this one says watch replay. Wait, did I miss a button? Oh no, this button right here. Strange that they would do that. Oh well. So watch replay. Got it. That was easy. That was easy. All right, next one. All right, so new challenge. It's, well, simpler, I guess. Because it's just a 2-column grid and it's even 50-50. So let's get to it. Let me close out all those sections. I'm going to click on body, Command E, type in section or SEC. Go. Command enter. Type in section. So this gives us the min height of 100 VH. Go. And this section right here, we'll call it. Actually, we'll give all the sections black, but I want to make sure I'm using the right black. Where's my eyedropper? No. Let's see here. I get the. What's the background color? Oh, it's straight 000, which is black. Okay, so I'm going to set the body background here, body, and set default background for the whole page to be black. So you can type in the word black. You can put pound or hash 000, and that will all work. Hold on, I need a drink. Okay, stay hydrated. Oh. Okay, so I'm guessing this whole thing is vertically centered, right? This is vertically centered. Let's try this. Let's add a div, and this div will have a class of container. That way we have a 1400 max width with padding. Should add padding 20 on all sides for all. All right, but this section isn't taking up the whole height. So this section right here, let's go ahead and set it to flex. So I'm gonna leave a combo class of flex center. Do center. You zoom out real quick, just sure. Here's my container. Okay, cool. So my container is in the center. It's growing if possible. So it stretches up to 1400. All right. So it's in the middle of the screen. That's awesome. That's what I did with flex. I wanted to make sure that everything is in the center vertically. Here, let's add a grid. Grids are super cool. Done. Wait. How come this isn't? Oh, because this container is flex as well. Okay, that's fine. So this grid right here, I'm going to set it to grow as far as possible. And we don't need that second row, so we can go ahead and click edit grid and delete second row. So we have an even 50-50 row. And this first one, let's add a div. We have a div block here, which is going to hold our information. So let me go ahead and take that content, copy, paste, copy, paste. And I notice this grid needs a color of white. So let's make all the text within it white. Go. And we also need a paragraph. So what I did was really quickly, Command E, the letter P, press enter. And I have my paragraph. Go. And let's go ahead and copy and paste the button. And this button says read more. Is it all caps? Yeah, it's all caps. Let's go ahead and set this to all caps. Go. In this paragraph right here, let's go ahead and push this away. Don't need this. Copy and paste this information. And if anyone's watching the SpaceX stream right now too, how's the weather so far? Please let me know. Hop into my chat. There's my chat. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and set this a little bit bigger. 3. Okay, cool. So we have that, and now let's go ahead and add in our image. So I can type in, again, I'm going super fast because of Command E. Command E, IMA, image, image. Then choose image, and we'll get this one. Boom. Right? And here's the cool thing about grid. Like, this needs to be vertically centered. I don't have to give it a class name. I can just go here to this div block without giving it class name. Just say center. Boom. Easy. No class name needed. Like that. All right, next. Are we done with this one? Yeah, we're done. Cool. Is bigger. Oh, wait, yeah. Wrong content. Put in the right content. Isn't that crazy? You have to explode on purpose one of your rockets to test something. It's like SpaceX has enough confidence that we're gonna explode a booster just for science. Thanks, Colleen. All right, moving on. So we're good with that. We're good. Oh wait, like this gap right here needs to be bigger. So again, I love grid because you don't have to class name everything. And just like, okay, I want this grid to be big, and we'll make it whatever we want. Let's go 64. Cool. Done. This seems that it needs to be bigger though. I don't know. Look at how. But then again, I'm zoomed out. Yeah. Hold on, let me mess around with this. Can this be 90 VH? And set this cover. How big is that guy? He's about, yeah, he's about 90. If that's the, that nav bar is getting annoying right now. Okay, I'm gonna 80. Leave it at 80 and call it a day. Something like that. Yeah. All right, cool. Next. So this just seems like a combination of what we've learned already, which is this, but on the right. Actually, I think we can just use I think we could just use this, but instead of adding an image, we can just put this on the right side of the grid, and then no image on the left, and the background takes it. All right, here, let me try it. I'm gonna copy and paste this section, the last section, and so we have a duplicate. So I'm gonna delete this image, and let's add in just a blank div block. So add in a blank div block in its place, but it's gonna go first, Yeah, yeah, cool. And then this section right here called flex. Let me do I want to do a third combo class? I'm not the best at class naming. If you know me, you already know that. I try to do my best, but as time goes by, I'm like, oh, how do I name this? How do I name this? Do I use combo class? Do I duplicate? Maybe I'll duplicate. Yeah, I'll just call this last row or something. Wait, did I rename it? Okay, cool. I did a copy. The last row, and this has a background image of the moon. Set that to center. No repeat. At the top. Oh. What do we got here? It's really close to the... Are they just using 50-50? Oh, no. There. 60. So 60% from the left. All right, good to go. And last thing is this footer bar. And it's 11:07, so we're staying on target. This is good. Checking in on Bob and Doug. They seem relaxed on top of a giant booster. They have nerves of steel. Amazing. Last one, footer. Let's go ahead and create a new section. And we'll just simply call this one footer. And what do we got in the footer? So it's just small text and links. Got it. So I'm going to copy this real quick. Go back. We're here. Let's go ahead and add in some padding on the top and bottom. We'll say 20 for now. See how that treats us. Add in a new div. Give this class of container. Go. And inside of the container, go ahead and add in some text. So text block. Go. We'll put in SpaceX copyright. Actually, this page was created for educational purposes only. I was inspired by SpaceX. Something like that. And then let's go ahead and put in, what did I do? Oh, Command T for new tab. The problem with Command E to add new elements, the problem with that is I sometimes press Command R, which is refresh the browser. And so whenever I'm working in Webflow and I'm working really fast, Command E, Command E, Command E, Command R. Oh man, it just ruins my train of thought. So maybe I can ask the team, can you change that to, what would it be? Not Command Z. Not Command A. That's select all. What would it be? Command tilde? I don't know. Alright. So let me do Command E, text link, and let's see here. We'll call this footer link. The white. And actually everything in the footer, so I'm going to select footer, all caps, everything. And we're going to center it. Nope, that doesn't work. Container. But we call this footer container. And center everything. No, that doesn't work either. Why? Oh, okay, I have to use flex. I don't need this a lot. Put SpaceX. There. So we have text link, and Each footer link will have a margin on the right of like 20. There's no underline. And I think everything inside of this footer needs to be smaller. Go 12, 3 dash on the line height. Cool. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Flickr, LinkedIn, privacy policy. Flickr, LinkedIn. Did it? LinkedIn? Yeah, privacy policy. Cool. What color is this? Hold on. Found it. Copy it. Go. Sweet. Congratulations. We've done all the basics in about 30 minutes? No, 40? Nice. Nice. Do you have any questions? Yeah, real quick. Any questions? Ranjan, that's exactly what I was talking about. 2 divs. Cool. Nope. Nothing else? Alright. So, that's how to do it. Let's take this even further, okay? Now we're gonna get into interactions. Okay, let's talk about the nav bar. So when I scroll down past the hero row, when I scroll down, everything fades away. When I scroll up, everything goes up again. Okay, so let's do that. Super simple. All right. If you're new to Webflow interactions, here we go. We're gonna take this page. Okay. Take this page. Gonna go interactions, page trigger. This is what happens when something happens on the page, and we have 4 page triggers. So what happens when the page loads, or when the mouse moves within the whole page, or when the page is scrolled either up or down, or what happens when the page is actively being scrolled up or down. Okay, so the one we're looking for is page scrolled. So what happens, we'll start a little bit backwards from this UI. What happens when someone scrolls down? We want the nav bar to fade away. Okay, so actually we want the container of the nav bar to fade away. Okay, so first let me give this container a unique class name. Call it nav container. And now I can go to my page trigger. I've added page scrolled, and so when I scroll down, start animation, and hold on, missing the chat room. Sure I don't miss anything. Okay. So when I scroll down, press plus, fade nav, fade out nav. You can name your animation whatever you want. I'm calling mine fade out nav. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that I'm clicked on this container, press the plus sign, and we'll set opacity and affect this class. Okay. We don't want to affect this element. We want to affect anything with this exact class name, which is container and nav container. Right? And we'll set the easing to be ease, set the opacity to 0. Press play. That easy. All right, so we have the scroll down done. Now, when someone scrolls up, what do you want to happen? So I'm going to start animation. I'm going to duplicate this animation, change the title of it to be fade in nav. Take this container, and instead of opacity 0, you do the opposite, which is 100. That's it. So going to preview it, and when I scroll down, scroll up. Not that hard. If you're new to Webflow, if you're new to Webflow interactions, we did that in about a minute. All right. Andrew, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much again for suggesting the PC parts. Don't you love it? 1080p, 60 frames a second. Ah! So buttery, smooth. Okay. So we're done with the fade in, fade out. Right. But there's also one other thing. Check this out. If I scroll up past the hero row, look at this. We have this black background bar. Try to say that 10 times fast. Try to say that 10 times fast. 10 times fast. I can't talk. All right. So, how do we get this thing going? We have to add another div inside of that nav bar. Right, so let's go ahead and get it ready. Okay, so within this nav bar, I'm going to add in another div block. And this div block, we're going to call it background nav bar, or just background bar, whatever you want to. Yeah. Right. The position will be absolute, and it's going to be full. Right? So it takes up the entire width and height of its parent, which is Navbar. Okay? And we're going to color it black. Boom, done. Right. Black. Uh-oh. It's on top of the container. So we need to set this container, this nav container, be position relative z-index 1. So this is a way to push this on top of a floating element. If you go back to my YouTube video, and Colleen, if you want to link it in the live chat, my YouTube video about CSS positioning, it'll help you understand the differences between static, relative, absolute, fixed, and sticky. So I had to set this one to position relative to make it float-ish, and set the z-index to 1, so it's on top of anything else that's floating. This background bar is floating because it's position absolute. All right, moving on. When I scroll down past hero, then we should show this. Okay, yeah. I'm going to run into something, I know, but I'm going to show you all how to fix it. All right, so when I scroll down past hero, this black background bar, actually, hold on. This should actually be top. The reason why is because I want to play around with the height. So the height of this will be 100%, but using Webflow interactions, I want it to go down like this. I want the height to go down to 0. And then when I want to see it again, it'll go to 100. Okay? So, doing everything right in my head, we'll start out with 100. Right, so now we're going to click on this section right here, and we're going to do interactions, element trigger, scroll into view. Okay? So this trigger, this element trigger, is saying what is going to happen when this certain element is viewable on the screen. What's going to happen when this element is not viewable on the screen? So we want to do both. Okay, so we'll start out with scroll out of view. When this is out of view, I want new animation to happen. So a new timed animation and show background bar. Right, so I'm going to click on the background bar and set the size. Okay, make sure that it's set to class. Set the size, the easing to ease, and the height to be 100%. Right, so when it's past this element, set it to 100%. And we're done with that. That's it, we're done. But when we scroll into view, so when we get back to the hero row, I'm going to start an animation, duplicate this one, and we're going to call it hide background bar. And the size of this is going to be 0%. Okay, done. Now let's look what we have. Go down. Cool. Up. There it goes. See the background? The bar is showing. All right? But there's a couple things that are broken with it, which is fine. Right? So the first thing that's broken with it is it shows up. Okay? So it's showing up right here, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. It should only show up when I scroll up. And now I'm getting confused. How to do this. Let me look at this again. So it's not supposed to show up, but it shows up. Scroll. Okay. But when I get up to here, hold on. Okay, I think I'm. Wait there. Hold on. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, okay. Got it. So the scroll into view. Sorry, the scroll out of view, I don't need it on this element. So I'm going to click on custom animation, the action, and just leave it like that. Now I'm going to go back to my page scrolled, and if you're confused, I'm so sorry. So sorry, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to help you out. I can add multiple page triggers and set to... Oh, I never thought about that. Thought, will you stay live from 12 to 12:30 and host a watch party? You know what? Yeah, let's host a SpaceX launch party. And I wanted to watch it with my family too, so maybe, yeah. Oh, and if you didn't know, I'm all scratching my arm. If you didn't know how big of a fan, that is, I named him Spaceman, or Spaceman. Yes. So cool. And it says, nope. There. Aid on Earth. On Earth. That's what we all are. Read my pinned tweet. You'll understand. Okay, so I can add multiple page interactions to this page. So when I scroll up, start an animation, and we'll do the show background bar. And let's see if that does it. I'm going to scroll down. That's cool. When I scroll up, cool. All right. So when I scroll down, I want to hide the background bar. Okay. Go. Almost there. I have to find a way. It's almost 11:30, so I'll do this offline. But that one's halfway there. I gotta figure out a way that this black bar doesn't show up on the hero row. But let's do one more interaction, and then I'll take your questions, and then I gotta ask my wife if I can do a watch party. Yeah. But T-minus 55 minutes. Yes! Let's go. How's the weather? Anyone know about the weather for the launch? Are we still 50-50? Are we 60-40? What's going on? Are we 40-60? That would be sad. Let's keep going. So this one is the last thing we're gonna do, and I'll take your questions. And if you don't have questions, maybe I can do this, but we'll see. So okay, yeah, cool. All right, to do that type of button, you cannot use the default Webflow button element. Logan, welcome back. Yes. Can't wait for the full version soon. Of what? You, instead of using button, you have to use... Hold on, I got a notification. Cool. So we have to use a basic div block. Actually, sorry, a link block. So I'm gonna Command E, link block, and inside of there, I'm going to Command E, text block, and this one will say watch demo to launch. Okay, and for this div block, I'm going to give it the same class name of button. Go. Make sure that the color is set to white. No underline. And delete that other button. All right. So for this button to have an element within it that does that animation, you need to set the position to relative. Again, refer to my video that Colleen has nicely linked in the live chat. And what is this, Colleen? That's the status. That's the status. Weather is also go for a... Yes! That's great news! Oh, I just got all butterflies and... Whew. Okay, let's go. Alright, so... this button right here has a position of relative, and now inside of it, I'm going to put another div, and this div is going to be called button background, and it's essentially going to do the same thing as the background bar of the nav bar. I'm going to set the position to absolute, set it to, let's set it to, ooh, there's going to be a, wait. Oh, I can just move it up. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I can set it to full and set the background to white. Oh, white. There we go. And let's make sure that this text block right here, call it button label. And again, I want to set this on top of a floating element. So I'm going to set it to relative, z-index1. You can't see it because the color is white. So it's white on top of white. But what we can do is this button on hover. So this this right here, you can select all the different states. I'm going to select hover, and on hover, I'm going to set the color to black. There we go. I'm going to go back to hover and set it to state none, and set the transition of the font color to be, yeah, ease 200 milliseconds. Right? So now, whenever I hover, go. Okay? So now this button background. What we want to do is in the interactions, we just want it to go up and down like this. So it goes up, so it starts down here. It starts down here at 100% on the Y, and then it goes up to here, and then when you hover out, it goes negative 100%. Right? So that's what we want it to do. But we don't want to see it outside of the button. So we need to mask it out somehow. So we go to button and say overflow right here, overflow hidden. So anything beyond its boundaries, it'll be hidden. All right, so let's make that interaction happen. Let's go to the lightning bolt, and hopefully there's no lightning on the launch LC39A. All right, so element trigger, mouse hover, on hover, start animation. We're gonna call this button on hover. Action. 50 minutes to go. Oh my god. Action. We want to click on the button background because we're hovering over button, but we want to affect its child, which is button background. So I'm going to press plus while selected on button background. And we're going to set the move, and we're going to set initial state. So this is important. What do you want this element to do when the page first loads? So we want this to be outside of the button, and we can't see it because we have that overflow hidden, right? And we want to make sure it's only children with this class, because we don't want this element, we don't want this trigger to happen on all of the buttons, just this one, okay? So 100% positive on the Y, and then move it back with the ease of 0%. You want to make sure that you're using the same things. You don't want to mix two different types of measurements. So you don't want percentage and pixel. You want either pixel and pixel or percentage and percentage. So that's why I made sure to type 0%. This is starting at 100%. This is going 0%. We're done with that. Now on hover out, start animation, we're going to duplicate button on hover, and we'll change this to button on hover out, spell out right, and we'll delete that first step because we don't need it. This last one, we're going to do negative 100% there, and done. So if everything works well, and so the ease is a bit, ooh, one more step, forgot. I have to reset it on hover out. So on hover out, go ahead and set the move. Oh, not on that. On hover out, we're going to set the move to back down to 0%, sorry, 100%. But we don't want to show it animating, so we'll set this duration to 0 seconds. Okay. So what it's doing is it's going up, and then you hover out, goes away, and then it quickly resets it back down to the bottom. Up, goes away, and reset. And we can play around with the easing to be the same thing as the SpaceX website. So this easing right here, you can say, I think, in out quad. And if that isn't it, I mean, whatever. Oh god, that's slow. I guess I need to tweak this. 0.2. Something like that. One of those easings is it. And so now I just need to copy and paste this. Copy and paste this same button on the other ones. Paste it there. Delete it. Paste it here. That one. Paste it here. That one. And I have to fix the I forgot what the labels are, but I'm getting really hyped right now for the launch. This one says read more. So watch replay, read more. Okay. Learn more. Play. And this one is, wait, no. Read more. Learn more. Got it. Cool. As always, I will put a link to the clone of this so you can clone it yourself, mess around with it, use it for a future project or something. It's up to you. But I'm really hyped for this SpaceX mission. Do you have any questions? Here we go. Let me open it up and let me put the link in the chat room. Yeah. Something like this. Here we go. Cool. That was fun. Hopefully you all learned something. If you know, some little tricks here and there.